Hey there, feeling overwhelmed and wondering how to stay calm when everything's spinning out of control? You're in the right place. Today, we're diving into 7 powerful techniques to help you manage stress and feel more at ease right now. Stress is everywhere, from the non-stop emails to the endless news scroll. And don't forget the pressure to be everything to everyone. It's like no matter how much you handle, there's always more waiting. But here's the twist. Stress isn't the real problem, it's how we deal with it that counts. Today we're turning to Stoicism, an ancient philosophy with timeless wisdom. Unlike quick-fix hacks, Stoicism offers a mindset shift, a way to face stress with strength, not struggle. And no, you don't need to meditate for hours or overhaul your life. Small mental shifts can change everything. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell for more tips on becoming your best self. Ready to take back control? Let's go. Technique number 1. Focus only on what you can control. Stress loves to pull us into the unknown. What if this happens? What will they think? What if things go wrong? It's draining. The Stoics believe this focus on things beyond our control is a major source of anxiety. So what's the way out? Focus only on what is within your control. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, said it best. Some things are up to us and some things are not. Your thoughts, your actions, your decisions, that's your domain. Other people's opinions, the weather, the economy, not yours to manage. When you stop wasting energy on what you can't influence, you regain clarity and calm. Imagine standing in a storm. You can't stop the rain, but you can grab an umbrella. That's what focusing on your controllables does. It gives you shelter from the chaos. Here's a quick exercise. Make 2 lists. 1. What's in my control? Your mindset, your effort, your choices. 2. What's not? Others' reactions, the past, random events. When stress strikes, check your focus. Am I stuck on what I can't change, or am I acting on what I can? Use this simple mantra to shift gears. I release what I cannot control. Say it out loud when your thoughts start spinning. Feel the calm settle in. Technique number 2. Reframe stress as a teacher. We often see stress as the enemy. A wall blocking peace, a weight we can't lift. But what if stress isn't the villain? What if it's your most powerful teacher? Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic Roman emperor, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, what challenges you, shapes you. It's not stress that harms us. It's our reaction to it. Think of it like lifting weights. The resistance feels uncomfortable at first, but it's what makes you stronger. The same applies to your mind and emotions. Handled well, stress builds resilience. So here's the shift. When stress shows up, ask, what is this trying to teach me? Instead of resisting, lean in. If work feels overwhelming, maybe it's time to improve your time management. If a relationship feels strained, maybe it's a chance to practice empathy or communication. If life throws something unexpected at you, maybe it's time to strengthen your adaptability. When you see stress as a signal for growth, it loses its power to defeat you. It becomes part of your progress, not a block to it. Want a practical tool to support this mindset? Start a stress journal. At the end of each day, write down one stressful moment, how you reacted, what you learned. Over time, you'll see patterns and realize how stress has actually helped you evolve. Reframe stress as growth. Start practicing the habit of finding one benefit in every stressful moment. For instance, if a looming project deadline feels overwhelming, shift your focus to how it's helping you build discipline, creativity, or resilience under pressure. Try affirmations like, "Stress is my training ground," or "Every challenge helps me grow stronger." These simple phrases can act as grounding reminders when life feels chaotic. In moments of intense stress, take a step back and ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? This question often provides perspective, reminding you that even your toughest moments are temporary. When you view stress as an opportunity rather than a threat, challenges begin to lose their power. You stop feeling like a victim of circumstance and start acting as a participant in your own growth. Marcus Aurelius believed every hardship had a purpose. By adopting this mindset, you'll uncover strength you didn't know you had. So the next time stress creeps in, pause and ask, how is this shaping the person I'm becoming? You might be surprised by the answer. Practice voluntary discomfort. Modern life surrounds us with constant comfort, instant food, climate control, on-demand entertainment. But all this convenience can make us mentally fragile. When discomfort shows up, it feels unbearable. The Stoics saw this and offered a bold solution: embrace discomfort intentionally. Seneca suggested, set aside a few days during which you're content with the scantiest fare and roughest clothing, saying to yourself, is this what I feared? Voluntarily choosing discomfort builds resilience. It shows us that our fears are often exaggerated. Think of stress like a storm. If you've never experienced rough weather, the first one might terrify you. But if you've trained yourself by camping in the rain or walking in the cold, you know how to stay calm and endure. Voluntary discomfort works the same way. It conditions your mind with small doses of hardship, so you're better prepared when real challenges arise. This isn't about punishment or deprivation. It's about building inner strength. Try fasting for a meal or two and observe how you react. Take a cold shower. Turn off your phone for a day. These acts may seem small, but they strengthen your ability to remain calm when life gets tough. Push your limits with physical challenges, running, hiking, or yoga. The discomfort you feel builds mental resilience over time. After each experience, reflect, did I survive it? What did I learn about myself? How did this prepare me for the future? With consistent practice, you'll start to see stress not as something to fear, but as something you've already trained to handle. You'll develop a kind of mental armor. As Seneca put it, by confronting discomfort, we rob it of its power. The more discomfort you face intentionally, the more unshakable you become. And when life inevitably gets hard, you'll remember, I've been through worse and come out stronger. Pause before you react. Stress often peaks when we react without thinking. A rude email shows up and your fingers fly to the keyboard in frustration. A careless comment triggers a wave of anger before you've even processed it. These impulsive reactions only deepen our stress and disconnect us from the calm, wise version of ourselves. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That strength begins with a pause. When you stop before reacting, you create space to choose a better response, one rooted in reason rather than emotion. Picture your mind as a glass of muddy water. When shaken, it's cloudy and unclear. But when you let it sit still, the sediment settles and clarity returns. The pause is that stillness. It allows your best self to rise to the surface. When left alone, muddy water eventually settles and the clarity returns. In the same way, pausing allows the turbulence of stress and emotion to settle, giving you a clearer view of what's really going on and helping you respond with intention, not impulse. In a world that rewards speed, instant answers, and snap decisions, pausing can feel unnatural. But it's one of the most effective tools for lowering stress and regaining emotional control. A simple way to practice this is the 3 breaths method. When you're under pressure, stop and take 3 slow, deep breaths. This interrupts your fight or flight reaction and shifts your mindset from reacting to reflecting. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold it for 4, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6. Do this 3 times. You'll likely feel calmer, more grounded, and better equipped to respond thoughtfully. Then ask yourself, what outcome do I want? Will this reaction help or hurt? These questions activate your rational mind and reduce the sway of emotion. If you can, step away for a few minutes, go for a walk, or simply close your eyes. Even a brief pause can prevent a rash reaction. Over time, this habit reshapes how you deal with stress. You create space between stimulus and response, and in that space, impulsive emotions lose their grip. Stressful situations won't dominate you the way they used to. As Stoicism teaches, we can't control what happens, but we can control how we respond. Pausing lets you live that wisdom. It transforms emotional chaos into composed clarity. Daily negative visualization. Much of our stress comes from fear of loss, failure, or the unknown. These fears keep us anxious, always bracing for the worst. But instead of avoiding them, what if we confronted them? This is the idea behind negative visualization, a Stoic practice that trains your mind to anticipate challenges with strength, not fear. Seneca wrote, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." Negative visualization isn't about pessimism, it's about mental preparation. Each morning, take a few minutes to imagine potential obstacles. What if your meeting goes badly? What if something valuable is lost? What if plans fall through? Instead of pushing these thoughts away, invite them in and picture how you'd handle them calmly. This builds 2 powerful traits, resilience and gratitude. You're less afraid because you're prepared, and more appreciative because you've acknowledged life's uncertainty. Try this. Spend 5 to 10 minutes in the morning imagining possible setbacks. Ask, what's the worst that could happen today? How would I deal with it? If you're anxious about a conversation, picture it going poorly and staying composed anyway. Then reflect on the things you value, your job, relationships, your health, and remember, they're not guaranteed. This awareness deepens your appreciation for them. You can also use this mindset while planning. Before starting a project, ask, what could go wrong? By preparing for difficulties, you're less likely to be overwhelmed if they arise. Think of it like a fire drill. When the real fire comes, you're not scrambling, you know what to do. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that loss and change are inevitable. He said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do. Say and think." Rather than being morbid, This sharpens your focus on what truly matters. When you've rehearsed the worst, it loses its power. You live more fully in the present. Challenges don't catch you off guard. They feel like something you've already prepared for. Negative visualization isn't about expecting bad things. It's about being ready for them. That readiness is your mental armor. Live in the present. Stress pulls us into the past or the future, but awareness, gratitude, and preparation bring us back to now, where peace lives. We spend so much of our lives worrying about looming deadlines, replaying awkward or painful memories, or anxiously anticipating what tomorrow might bring. The Stoic philosophers understood this all too well. They believed that this tendency to mentally drift, this constant time traveling between past regrets and future fears, is one of the deepest sources of human suffering. Their answer? Ground yourself in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, said it best: confine yourself to the present. He reminded us that while we can't control external events, we do have command over our minds, and in realizing this, we unlock a profound source of strength. When your attention returns to now, stress begins to unravel. Why? Because stress often lives in the abstract, in what might happen or what already has. The present is solid, it's real, it's the only time you truly have. Imagine your mind as a camera lens. When you're caught in worry or rumination, the lens zooms out too far. The picture becomes wide, blurry, chaotic. Every possible scenario crowds into the frame. But when you bring your focus to this moment, it's like refocusing the lens. The image sharpens, the noise fades, and clarity emerges. This clarity has power. It gathers all your scattered energy and anchors it in the task or experience right in front of you. You're no longer pulled apart by the weight of the past or the uncertainty of the future. You're here. Practical tools for present moment awareness. If you're ready to start cultivating present moment awareness, here are several proven techniques you can integrate into daily life. 1. The 5-4-3-2-1 grounding exercise. This sensory practice brings your mind out of its spiral and into the physical world. Here's how. 5 things you can see. Look around and name 5 visual details, from the color of a wall to the pattern on a rug. 4 things you can feel. Tune into tactile sensations like the fabric of your clothing or the chair beneath you. 3 things you can hear. Focus on ambient sounds, whether it's birdsong, traffic, or the hum of a computer. 2 things you can smell. Sniff the air. If there's no strong scent, use a lotion or simply breathe deeply. 1 thing you can taste, perhaps a sip of water, gum, or even just noticing the aftertaste in your mouth. This method roots your consciousness in sensation, which always happens in the now. 2. Set presence alarms. Set 1 or more daily reminders on your phone with prompts like, "Am I present?" or "Where is my mind right now?" When it goes off, take a few seconds to check in with yourself. Breathe. Recenter. 3. Practice micro-meditation. You don't need incense or a special cushion. Just take 1 minute to breathe with intention. Inhale slowly for the count of 4. Hold your breath for 4. Exhale for 6. This pattern calms your nervous system and reconnects you with your body, your anchor to the now. 4. Single task with attention. Choose 1 mundane activity, washing the dishes, sipping coffee, walking down the street, and do only that. No multitasking, no background noise. Notice the textures, the movements, the sounds. When your mind wanders, gently return it to the task. Remember, being present doesn't mean we dismiss the past or deny the future. It means we meet life where it actually happens, in this moment. As Marcus Aurelius also said, "Forget everything else. Hold on to this alone. Each of us lives only now, this brief instant." Let go of attachment to outcomes. Another subtle but powerful source of stress is our fixation on how things should unfold. We crave specific results: a job offer, a perfect relationship, a flawless performance. When reality veers off that path, anxiety and frustration rush in. Stoicism flips this mindset on its head. It invites us to care deeply about our efforts, but remain detached from the outcomes. Epictetus put it plainly: "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it comes." In essence, focus your energy on what you can control, your actions, your responses, your mindset, and release your grip on what you cannot. This isn't about giving up. It's about finding freedom in doing your best and letting go of the rest. Imagine a surfer. They can't control the waves, only how they ride them. If they obsess over catching the perfect one, they'll miss the joy of the ride. But when they focus on balance, technique, and adaptability, every wave becomes a chance to grow. So how do we practice this in daily life? 1. Set intentions, not rigid goals. Goals are often outcome-driven and narrow. Intentions focus on the process and your personal values. Instead of, "I need to get promoted," say, "I'll bring my best self to work and stay open to opportunities." Instead of, "This meeting must go perfectly," think, "I'll show up with clarity and patience." 2. Use mindful mantras. Repeat affirmations like, "I release the need to control the outcome." "My job is to try, not to guarantee." "Peace is doing my best, not needing a perfect result." Over time, these phrases help rewire your stress response. 3. Reflect on effort, not outcome. At the end of the day, ask yourself, did I do what I could with what I had? This reframes success from external validation to internal alignment. 4. Embrace uncertainty as reality. Life will throw curveballs. Prepare like a professional, but accept the randomness like a Stoic. Whether it's a job interview or a first date, you can't control the environment, but you can own your preparation, your attitude, and your authenticity. And when you do that, even outcomes that don't go your way stop feeling like failures. They become data points, not definitions of your worth. Thank you for spending time exploring these Stoic tools for managing stress. Whether it's learning to live in the moment, releasing attachment to outcomes, or training your focus, you now have a toolkit rooted in wisdom and backed by experience. Stress doesn't have to run your life. You can choose your mindset. You can choose your response. And every time you do, you take a powerful step toward becoming more grounded, more resilient, and more at peace, no matter what life throws at you. Stay calm, stay present, and keep choosing wisdom.